Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and different kinds of fishermen go after different kinds of fish. We are back for episode number 20 of our Pokémon Stadium 2 playthrough. We are finishing our Prime Cup challenge today, for better or for worse. Hopefully for better. And we see our first opponent in the last half of the tournament is a fisherman with a lot of Pokemon that are going to be really weak to some electric attacks. Only downside, Zapdos' only electric attack is 50% accurate, being Zap Cannon. But, let me see here. Nothing else going to be really weak to electric, well, ice I was going to say. Because we do have Ice Punch options for Sheldon. Fluffy as well. The Quagsire could be a bit of a problem. Would they bring Quagsire? Because if they do, I kind of want to bring Sprout. Now, I have two continues to work with, so I can lose one match here and still pull through. All things considered, I'm going to lead with Zapdos. Hope for the best. We do see the Dragonite possibility, so we want to bring our Dragon Slayer Fluffy. And I think Machamp might not be bad. We could go for some Vital Throw or Dynamic Punch on the Dugong. We could Earthquake the Lantern. Can't do too much to anything else, but we do have the Polka Dot boosted Polka Dot Bow. What did I say? Let's do this. Polka Dot Bow boosted Strength Attack.
The cries of Pokémon echo all over Pokémon Stadium. These cries turn into roars of victory. Round 5 begins now.
Don't lead Quagsire. That's not as good either. First order of business, we're going to Thunder Wave and paralyze this. We're going to switch out to Machamp and go for the Earthquake. I'm focused. I'm dedicated. I'm going to do this. It cured itself with the Miracle Berry.
What will the other side do?
So Surf is the move. Okay, we can handle those. That only did 89. So we're going to paralyze again. Hope for the full paralysis. Now, it's interesting that the Miracle Berry happened immediately, because I remember when we were fighting a Lapras in the... was it the Little Cup? I don't know, we were fighting a Lapras at one point. It went to sleep. It wasn't until the end of the turn that it used its berry to wake itself up. But anyway, Zapdos has taken a lot of damage thus far. We're going to switch out to Machamp and go for the nice, powerful Earthquake, because I want Zapdos intact in case he has to come in and deal with the Gyarados. What else is super effective? We saw Dugong, Mantine as well. So with this thing paralyzed, Machamp is going to be faster, unless it happens to have a Quick Claw and outspeed. But it is fully paralyzed. Now we go for the Earthquake. They're not going to predict this. They're not going to go into their flying types. We are safe to do this.
The Pokémon is returning to its Pokéball. Oh, it's Gyarados!
How exactly did they happen to know that was going to happen? I'm going to switch back to Zapdos. We're probably about to lose him to this thing. But we got to do what we got to do. We're going to go into Zapdos and try for the Zap Cannon. Who's going to be faster?
This Pokémon is rejoining the battle.
Okay, Rain Dance. It's too bad we don't have Thunder instead of Zap Cannon, because now Thunder will be fully accurate. But it all comes down to who's faster. We're going for the Zap Cannon. Going for broke. We are faster. Come on. It's a coin flip. Flip heads. We got tails. Which means you don't get to take the first turn of the bat. Wait, they can miss this too. Alright, so they missed the Hydro Pump. We are still in this with Zapdos. Time for Fluffy to come in.
What will be the next Pokémon?
We got two continues.
Oh, it's the Fable.
Might need to use both continues. I think I might have said in the first episode of this current session, you know what? I'm going to freeze you with an Ice Punch. But I think I might have said in the first episode of this current session, this isn't a test of your skill as a player. No, it's a test of your patience, your perseverance, your dedication, I guess, you know, being able to put up with everything that the game does to you. So, I mean, I could sit here and complain until the cows come home, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to Moonlight. Does Moonlight get affected by the weather? I don't think it does. I might be wrong. Okay, they missed one. We're going to find out right now how much Moonlight gives back. Is it going to be exactly half? No, it is affected by the weather. Okay. So, Nothing else to do, go for the Ice Punch and get the freeze this time, because we didn't get it last time, therefore, based on the percentages that the computer shows me, then we should get this freeze. I wonder how many Hydro Pumps they have left. Gee, we haven't frozen yet. Yes, I am Flesh and Bone, I'm not a computer. Whoops, I guess I was shown. So, you can go ahead and Rain Dance again if you want, or just go for the Hydro Pump. You're not going to get a critical. In fact, you might not even land this. I'll take that. So this should give us back 50% of our health again. I am glad we did get Moonlight going through the Gym Leader Castle as we did. Too bad I can't get Thunderbolt TMs by doing that too, because I can go back and get one for Zapdos. Zap Cannon just isn't really pulling through, but I haven't really used it that much, I shouldn't say, so, you know, there's still a chance for it to prove itself. We haven't yet frozen you solid. Really? Really? Alright. So, they've got Hydro Pump. They've gone for 5 now already, I think. I think they've used them all. They're down to biting. Really? Your special attack's not that great. Now, of course, flinching could be a thing, but it's not going to be a thing, because we didn't freeze you yet. If we can freeze you, you're welcome to flinch me after that. Too bad. So, another couple of, you know, I think Double Edge might do the trick now, but I don't want to take the recoil if I can help it. Let's go ahead and not get flinched. And let's get a critical Ice Punch that freezes you right now. Let's do it.
The hit lands right off. It managed to hang in there.
Let me just break down these random chance things for you right now. Focus Band, from what I understand, has a 10% chance to activate, right? Okay. Ice Punch has a 10% chance to freeze. I didn't once get a freeze. As soon as they go down to 1 HP, or as soon as they would have been knocked out, the Focus Band works. Feel free to mention in the comments below that it's totally fair. You're welcome to do that. I don't delete comments. I will leave that up. But I don't think anyone out there would try to make the claim that that's fair. So, with the rain gone, I'm just gonna go Ice Punch, knock this thing out. Oh, you're gonna go for a bite again. You're not gonna flinch me, fortunately.
What's this? A light pass.
Ice Punch. Focus Band is not gonna work this time. Down goes the Gyarados after a lot more time than needed to be spent on that. Because Focus Band, 10%. Next Pokemon in, gonna be the Lantern. So again, best bet is to switch to Machamp, go for the nice, powerful Earthquake. Would they have brought the Mantine also? If they brought the Dragonite, that could be a bit of a problem, but we do have Ice Punch on our Clefable, so she is the Dragon Slayer. She could pull through, could come in handy. But if we can get the knockout with Machamp on here, that'll be great. It is fully paralyzed. That is something in our favor, making up for what happened against the Gyarados. Let's land the Earthquake. Don't switch again.
Here comes the Pokemon Switch. Oh, it's Mantine.
Why any of this? Why?
What'll it do?
Alright, so again, we know Machamp is our best way to deal with the Lantern, so we're going to switch back into Fluffy, try to finish this thing. It has really good special defense, but I don't know if its physical defense is all that, so we can go for some Double Edge, but I want to get the freeze. The game owes me a freeze. First we're going to heal up, though. We've got 2 Moonlights left, I believe. It does have Wing Attack, okay. Hardly anything. So we're going to start off with the Ice Punch. What would they do? What about Waterfall? But I don't think they're that offensive, are you? Really decent. So we can get the freeze, perhaps, if we're lucky, but if not, whatever, I don't care. I don't even care about freeze anymore. I'm just going to heal up, and we're going to probably start double edging after this. Let's get our Moonlight up. We have a Metronome for a nice powerful Thunder, if we really want to, but it's a little too risky. And a nice 50% heal with the Moonlight. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure Waterfall does not have the flinching aspect in this generation. Probably Gen 3 they added that in. But we're going to go for the last Moonlight now, get ourselves back up to full, and start doing whatever we can to deal with this Mantine. Once Machamp comes back in, would the Wing Attack even really be that good against him? It's super effective, but I don't think Mantine is really an offensive presence on the field. So that's the last of our healing, unfortunately. Probably our best bet. I'm just going to go for the double edge. Get off as much damage as we can. Obviously, counting on a flinch is the wrong way to play this because I am a human, not a computer. So let's just do as much damage as we can. A nice stab double edge. How much will this do? Pretty good amount. We're going to do that once more. We'll survive another waterfall. I think we could even handle a critical waterfall. Not sure on that, but we're probably about to find out because the game realizes they need to pull something out of their hat. No critical. So we'll go for the double edge. I think that's the knockout at this point. I hope, anyway. It is. All right. With Lantern coming back in, Fluffy is basically just going to do what she can. Go for the double edge. When Machamp comes in, he can go ahead and finish things up with the Earthquake. So, I'm going to say right now, it looks like we won this match. Didn't get a pick up continue, but at least we didn't use one. We still have the 2 in reserve. And this episode might go a little bit longer. I'm hoping to get this all completed in one final video here, all these tournament battles. But we'll have to see what happens. I don't want it to go too extended, but I kind of don't like the idea of turning it into a 4-part episode for the weekend. If we want to be fully paralyzed, go ahead, Turnish. Thank you! Alright. And I was tempted to switch Fluffy out, but, you know, since we can't make a continue anyway, there's no point. Let's just let her get off all the damage she can, recoil herself unconscious. We could have got a critical if the game wanted to be nice, just to finally knock this thing down, but it does come down to Machamp. The Lantern does not get to attack this turn because of the self-inflicted knockout on our side, but Machamp easily finishes this with an Earthquake. Yeah, I could go Strength, Polka Dot Bow boosted, just for a nice easy knockout, but you know what? I think I want to go super effective. Let's Earthquake. You switched out twice on that. You can't switch out any more, Lantern. You cannot avoid your fate. No Focus Band. Of course, you can't have the same item as the Gyarados had, so a little bit longer than I wanted to go against that trainer, but we did get the win. You lost it all right, sir. Okay, 3 more trainers left to go. Still got my 2 continues. We can do this. But I definitely want to get Thunderbolt on Zapdos in the future generation. Zap Cannon is just too unreliable. Gotta get home and get some rest. That was a tough one. Alright, 3 to go. Continue. Who is our next opponent? And please have a glaring weakness across your entire team. I began a new research project. Let me show you. Rock wouldn't be bad. Do we have Rock? No. But, Fire would be okay, so Blaze would be pretty decent against some of these. I see a lot of fast Pokemon. So, well, since we're going to be going last anyway with Machamp because he's slow, he's good to use. We can go for the Vital Throw. We could try paralyzing with Zapdos with Thunder Wave. Let me see type effective-wise, though. So the Forretress kind of concerns me. It could explode. We don't have any sort of protection against that. What are some glaring weaknesses? Like I said, Rock, but unfortunately we do not have that. Some ground attacks for the Electrode and the Ninetales. And Machamp is also good against the Sneasel, so I'm going to lead Machamp. No, I'm going to go defensive. I'm going to lead Sheldon, but I will bring Machamp as well. And neither of them could do much to the Forretress, but they'd be okay against everything else. Well, not the Electrode. Machamp could Earthquake the Electrode. I'm going to bring Blaze as well, just in case that Forretress comes in. Plus, he'd be good against the Sneasel also. Let's do this. Round 6. I like how they don't actually show a tournament ladder style, but they do tell you that there would be 8 people left at this point. It's Electrode, how about that? What are you going to do? I'm going to switch to Machamp. He is the only one that could probably handle an electric move. The other 2 Pokemon, of course, being weak to that. I was considering bringing Rocky the Sandslash back from the first team that I brought in for this, but I thought I want to stick with the team that's gotten me through a lot of the tough challenges so far. Now I'm kind of wishing I had brought him. Swagger.
Look at that swagger.
If we can pull through the confusion, this could be just what we needed. But can we pull through the confusion? Come on, activate my Guts boost. We are paralyzed, but of course Guts is not an ability, and there's no ability. Yes! We got through confusion and paralyze. Goodbye, Electrode. Luck? Yeah, but I'll take it. 1 down, 2 to go. Now, would we be lucky enough to break out of confusion on the first turn, or after the first turn?
Oh, it's Ninetales.
Ninetales, we could Earthquake that also, as long as we can break through confusion and paralysis. If not, though, we do have Sheldon, who can easily surf this thing away. That is going to hurt.
What'll it do? Great hit.
Come on, you can do this, buddy. Man! Okay!
It's super effective.
Thank you for that swagger. Oh boy. So this could be a nice quick battle to sort of speed us along in this process. What do you got left? Something weak to fire, perhaps? Now, this is a bit of a problem, because unfortunately we are not at the proper HP to be able to survive this. We're going to try a Vital Throw just to see what happens. I could try to preserve the perfect, but that might cost us the match overall. Woo. We almost had a perfect on that. Now, if only I had broken out of confusion after 1 or 2 turns like the computer is so good at doing. But, unfortunately, it does not happen. I'm going to go into Sheldon now because he's the most defensive. Just go for the nice, powerful surf attacks. What could this thing do to us? It probably has, possible swagger as well. But fortunately, our defense is much better on Sheldon. And whatever you want to go for against us, I think we can handle pretty decent. There's the swagger. Now, I will fully admit we were pretty lucky with not hitting ourselves with Machamp the first 2 turns, so I'm kind of due to hit myself. Not going to, but I am due for it. Come on, Critical Surf? Asking too much. Can we get a Critical Surf on the next turn? Can we break out of confusion immediately as well? I'll take that. Come on. Come on, show me the Critical Screech. Trying to make us hurt ourselves even worse, are ya? Our defense does fall harshly. And still confused. Now we hit ourselves. That's a lot of damage. So, I want to get the defense back to where it's supposed to be. I'm going to switch into Blaze now. We know 2 more surfs will finish the Persia Lab. If Blaze is fast enough, we can get a nice powerful Fire Punch off before we have to switch. Or at least possibly before he gets confused, I mean to say. Gonna drop our defense also, unless you miss. It is not fully accurate, just so you know. And what is our best thing to do here? I'm going to just go for the powerful Fire Punch. We could try Dragon Breath for the possible paralysis. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to outspeed anyway. And is Dragon this, I can't speak. Is Dragon a special-based attack? I think it is. Alright, you're going to play this, are you? Alright. Let's go for the Fire Punch. I could try Slash now that we've had our attack boosted, though.
What'll it do? Yes, it's a hit! Oh, it's the last!
I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this at all.
Just one
Sheldon comes back in, go for the Critical Surf and give us the win, please. I'd rather not use a Continue if I can help it, for one reason, because I'd like to keep them. For another reason, I don't want this video to get any longer than it really needs to be. I just want to get some quick knockouts, quick wins, finish this tournament, please. Swagger.
How's that? Oh, its confusion made it tougher.
Come on, focus, Sheldon, you got this. Sheldon, you got this. Don't do this, game. Again, this isn't a test of your skill. It's a test of how much can you endure the computer giving itself all the advantages. How long can you stand for that, right? You know. And a Slash attack finishes us off.
What now? Right, that's a hit. The last Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
What I'm planning on doing, I've got 2 continues. If I have to use both of them in this video and I fail, I'm not going to complete the Prime Cup this weekend. I am not giving this man satisfaction of making this video super extended, I am going to call it a wrap for the weekend, but I'll come back next weekend with a quick win against the last opponent and move on to the final challenge of Pokémon Stadium 2. Not exactly the final challenge, I guess I should say, but alright, anyway, let's focus. Machamp destroyed the team initially. The Electrode is a bit of a problem, but I'm going to... Well, it didn't use any electric moves, so I think I'd probably be safe to bring who I brought, but... I think... No, hang on, we're going to cancel that. I'm going to lead with Sprout. We will bring Machamp as well, and... I'm going to bring Sheldon again. So we're going to leave Blaze out this time. The idea is, as long as we can get a Toxic or Leech Seed off with Sprout, we'll at least get some residual damage on whatever they have on the battlefield. So let's do this. We're going to leave with our Flying type this time. That is excellent. So our best bet, of course, is to switch, but would they go for Swagger? I don't want to risk them going for a Flying move, so I'm going to go to Sheldon. Pardon me. Go for the Ice Punch. I'd like to pick up a Freeze if I could. The game does owe me one from earlier, remember. Now go straight up Wing Attack or go for the Swagger. Just Confuse Ray. So at least it didn't improve our attack stat, though. Not going to hurt ourselves any more than we normally would. And go for the Ice Punch. Of course, I know I'm not going to get the Freeze, but let's just play it up as if I'm going to. They haven't missed a single Screech, if you noticed. Thank you. So, we are confused. I'm going to switch into Machamp right now. Go for the Strength attacks. Like I say, I was due for a Freeze at one point. And we can just go for the Polka Dot Bow boosted Strength attacks. Hopefully it won't thaw out immediately. Still frozen. Excellent. Alright, so let's go for that nice, reliable Strength. How much will this do with that Polka Dot Bow?
Will this ice ever melt?
Come on, do at least half of what it has left. 107.
What'll it do? A light hit.
Nope. So we got 2 more of those to look forward to. And unfortunately, they haven't thawed out just yet. I'm pretty sure they thaw at the end of a turn. So we'll see when they thaw out and know when we're going to be taking a hit. We get a critical, just to end this quicker. Of course we can't, but we can go for a Strength attack now. Still frozen. Alright, good. So the Crobat is done. Flying type is out of here.
Will this ice ever melt?
So it might even be smarter if you are in a situation like that, switch your Crobat out, because nobody else could be frozen on your team, right? But anyway, I will not fault them for not doing that because it would give them the advantage. I will take that knockout. What do we see next? Get the Electrode again. Get the Ninetales. So I'm going to try for the Earthquake, but they're probably going to Swagger or Confuse Ray. I can switch into Sheldon, of course. So what would they have to lower our defense? Anything? I don't know, but let's see if we can land the Earthquake, though. We do. I'm going to say it's probably not a one-hit KO, though. Not quite. I'm going to leave Machamp in. What else did they have? We didn't see it yet. We've only seen these 2 Pokemon thus far, the Crobat and... Ooh, that's going to hurt. I could switch to Sheldon, of course, to resist that, though. Okay, didn't do half, fortunately. Excellent. We break out of confusion. Earthquake. Down goes Ninetales. 1 Pokemon remaining. What's it going to be? Now that we don't have Blaze, it's going to be the Forretress, but we could Leech Seed that at least. Okay, let's see what happens here. Last Pokemon on the opposing side. It is the Persian. So they could Swagger us. I'm just going to go for the Vital Throw. Too bad a fully accurate move doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to break through confusion, because if it could, that'd be amazing. It all comes down to this. Can we pick up a continue off of this? Not just yet. So they'd be smart just to go for the Slash attack now. So I'm just going to go for the Vital Throw just to let Machamp take the hit. I'm going to switch into Sprout, probably is the best bet so we can get off a Leech Seed. Yeah, Leech Seed's probably the best way to go here. Just to get some residual damage, and if we can manage to break through Confusion twice, because of course it's going to outspeed us, we'll go for the Toxic as well. So we did lose a continue along the way, but as long as we can win this one, we still have 1 continue in reserve. Alright, let's go ahead. Like I say, Leech Seed. Now, Swagger, you're welcome to miss anytime. Anytime.
Confusion made it tougher. Oh, Leech Seed. Right. That's
I was going to say, if my Leech Seed misses after all these Swaggers have connected, that wouldn't have been a good time for anybody. So we're going to go for the Toxic now. Quick Claw. Just in time to hit ourselves. Thank you, Quick Claw. Excellent work, buddy. However, I do like the fact that now we do get to get some HP recovered because we did go first. And Leech Seed will activate after the Persian's attack. So we just lost some defense stat. I'm going to switch into Sheldon because now that we have Leech Seed and leftovers on Sheldon, he's going to be able to heal back a lot of HP every turn. If we try to stall this thing out, like if we lose our defense stat, I want to switch so that it doesn't do as much damage to us, but if we can stall this thing out long enough, we're going to pick up the win. Go for the Screech, alright. So our defense is going to drop. Because it can't miss a single Screech. And more HP is drained away. Let's just go for the Surf. I could Skull Bash to boost the defense, but we know we're going to get confused, we're going to hit ourselves, so why bother doing that? Thanks for missing one, finally! I appreciate that! Alright, Land Surf. Decent damage, do at least half. 93, come on, show me that. That's at least half right there. Let's go for another Surf. They could try Swagger again, of course. But how much does the Leech Seed drain away? Okay, there's the Swagger. Gonna get confused, unfortunately. But I think, are we due to break through Confusion? We're not. So now the best bet, of course, is to switch around. Leftovers recover, but switch back into Sprout with our defense back to where it should be. Let's see what the Persian decides to do next. Is it 1 or 2 more turns of Leech Seed that we're going to get the knockout on this? But based on the time frame, I think I'm going to call it a day after this fight. And come back next weekend for the finale of the Prime Cup. Because I don't want the videos to get too long, and as, like I say, I don't want to give this guy the satisfaction of stalling us out like this. Let's go for the Giga Drain. It's going to probably Swagger at this point. Yeah, so the Leech Seed's going to knock it out. So, we do continue on into the final part of the Prime Cup coming up next weekend, but you're not going to see it until then. I'm going to record it right after this, just so it's done and out of the way and ready to roll. But we're into the semi-finals in the next video, going back into the Prime Cup. Things are getting challenging. I'm hoping we can pull through, but there's no telling what is going to happen. So I want to say thanks for checking out today's episode. I've had a streak of bad luck. You beat me, actually. What, your streak is a 1 episode streak, 1 battle streak, whatever you want to say. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, and leave a comment down below if you want to talk about what happened in the episode. If you liked what you saw, click the like down there as well. And if you missed any episodes of Pokémon Stadium 2 and all the fun we've been having this whole time, there's a link in the description to the full playlist. Feel free to check that out and get caught up on all the fun we've been having along the way. With that, Professor Chaz is now signing off for the weekend. Once again, thanks for checking out today's episode, and come on back next weekend for the finale of the Prime Cup. I'll catch you next time.